This is the story of a mother, a soldier, and the lengths she went to save her only son. Sara was a former soldier who had served in Afghanistan. Her time in the military had left her scarred. She was struggling with PTSD. Every day was a battle, not just with the world, but within her own mind. But Sara refused to give up. She had a reason to stay strong, her little boy, Joshua. During her time in the army, Sara had fallen in love with a fellow soldier, an American. They had married, but fate had its own plan. He was tragically killed in an ambush during the war. Joshua, their son, never got to meet his father. Life in Germany was getting tougher by the day. Sara felt trapped. So when she received a well-paying job offer in the US as a security professional, she saw it as a fresh start. She had always wanted Joshua to see the country his father came from. She made all the preparations, she just needed a visa. But the moment she walked into the US Consulate General in Frankfurt, her life flipped upside down. She left Joshua in the children's playroom at the consulate, just for 5 minutes. When she returned, he was gone. Panic hit her like a wave. She searched every corner, called out his name, asked for help, but no one had seen him. Then something even more disturbing happened. Eric Kynch, the regional security officer, played by Doug Ray Scott, claimed that Sara had come in alone. He said there was no child with her. To back up his claim, he even showed surveillance footage, but Joshua was missing from the video. Sara felt like she was living a nightmare. She knew her son had been with her, but no one believed her. And to make things worse, the German police said they couldn't intervene. It was US territory. Eric tried to convince her that she was mentally unstable. He said her PTSD was making her imagine things. But Sara wasn't buying it. She trusted her memory. She was sure Joshua had been with her. She believed someone had kidnapped him or worse, smuggled him out. While locked in a room, Sara managed to escape. She climbed to the outer part of the building and tried to reach a staircase. But she slipped, hit her head hard on a steel railing, and fell down several feet. When she woke up, she was in the basement. That's where she met Irina. Irina claimed she'd been living in the building for months, trapped and hidden. She agreed to help Sara find her son, but only if Sara helped her escape. Sara had no other choice. As they searched the basement, Sara spotted a blue bag, the same one she'd seen earlier with a suspicious man. Inside, they found drugs. Sara wondered if her son's disappearance was connected to some sort of drug trafficking operation. But before they could act, 2 men attacked them. Irina was almost taken down, but Sara, being a trained soldier, fought fiercely and defeated both of them. Sara was captured again. This time, Consul General Deborah Allen, played by Annabelle Mandeng, stepped in. She showed Sara video evidence and told her once again, "You came in alone." Deborah claimed that Sara's trauma and PTSD were affecting her memory. She said there was no record of Joshua, no record of Irina, no signs of a kidnapping, nothing. Sara was devastated until Irina came back. This time, she revealed the truth. Her real name was Kira Wokawa, played by Lyra Abova. She was from Belarus and came from a powerful family. Her father had been involved in money laundering. But when he turned against the people he worked with, they had him killed. Kira held a thumb drive with proof of everything, proof that could destroy very powerful people. She had fled to the US Embassy in Minsk for protection, but instead of being flown to safety, she was transferred to Frankfurt and kept hidden in the consulate building. Kira believed that the attack on her was an inside job. She suspected Sergeant Donovan, Eric's right-hand man. He had asked for her passport days before she was attacked. Kira begged Sara not to give up. Not now, not when she was so close. Together, they came up with a plan. They used the consulate's internal network and posted a message, pretending they wanted to return the blue bag. As expected, someone responded. A man working in IT met them in the cafeteria. He tried to act smart, pretending he knew where Joshua was. But Sara could tell he was bluffing. Still, he was useful. In exchange for the bag, she asked for an access card and a detailed floor map of the building. He agreed. That's when Sara realized Joshua's kidnapping had nothing to do with the drugs. There was something much bigger going on. They broke into Donovan's office and checked his computer. The emails that had invited Sara for the security job? Fake. They were sent by Donovan. It was a setup. Sara started suspecting Deborah. But when they checked her records, they found nothing incriminating. Then Sara decided to look deeper into Eric's past. That's when she remembered. An investigative journalist named Kaya had sent her a video earlier that day. It was from Islamabad. The video showed a man talking to a known Taliban figure. Sara took a closer look. The man was Eric. She contacted the journalist, who told her that Eric had once served in Afghanistan but was injured and sent home. After that, his name kept popping up in corruption investigations, but nothing ever stuck. The journalist explained that Sara's entire team had been ambushed years ago because someone had leaked their location to the Taliban. That someone was Eric Kynch. Sara had been the only survivor. Now it all made sense. Eric was trying to destroy her because she knew the truth, and he was afraid she'd expose him. Sara realized that Kira was also in danger. She helped her hide in a truck leaving the consulate. She told Kira to take a train to France, fly to Mexico, and try to enter the US from there. She gave her a chance to live. Then Sara went to confront Eric. He tried to twist the story. He claimed it was the journalist who was threatening him, pushing him to silence Sara. But Sara wasn't buying any of it. Eric had no intention of letting Joshua go. That's when Sara made a daring move. She kidnapped Eric's daughter, Aileen, played by Radha Ray. The girl had a toy with a built-in voice recorder. Sara took it. She locked herself and Aileen in a secure chamber. She made one demand: bring back her son. Eric acted calm. He believed Sara wouldn't harm a child, and he was right. She turned off the air conditioner to pressure him, but she couldn't bear to see Aileen suffer. She turned it back on and let the girl go, but only after telling her she wanted to speak to Eric alone. Eric turned off the speaker system so no one outside could hear them. Sara demanded the truth. Eric finally confessed. He admitted to everything. He said his plan fell apart the moment Sara noticed the bag exchange. He had planned to get rid of Kira quietly, and Sara had been brought in to be the fall person. He tried to make her look crazy by erasing Joshua from the footage. That way, if anything went wrong, it would seem like Sara lost her mind and became violent. Then he would have a reason to shoot her. But Sara survived, fought back, and ruined his plans. Eric explained that he had been paid to help abduct Kira and steal the thumb drive. And when Sara came too close to the truth, he set everything up, hoping to silence her once and for all. Sara, refusing to show weakness, asked him to leave. But Eric shot her in the stomach. Then, to make it look like she was the attacker, he shot himself in the leg and left the gun with her. Eric told the others that Sara had gone rogue and must be taken out. Deborah, still believing Eric's lies, ordered the chamber to be bombed. They started the countdown, but Sara wasn't finished. She crawled across the room, found Eileen's toy recorder, and reached the speaker. With her last bit of strength, she played the recording, the one with Eric's full confession. Everyone heard it. Eric's crimes were exposed. Donovan tried to run. Eric stood silently. It was over. The military stormed the building and found Joshua, hidden in a secret room. Sara was rushed to the hospital and, despite her injuries, she survived. She was finally reunited with her son. 8 weeks later, Sara and Joshua were ready to move to the United States. And on a video call from Boston, Kira appeared. She had made it safely to the US and was now living with her mother. The two women had fought back. They had survived. This is the story of Sara, a mother who defied all odds, fought corruption, and proved that nothing is stronger than a mother's love.